Previously on Alien Earth, Nibs made a cringe pregnancy announcement, a goat had an allergic reaction, and Wendy adopted a pet xenomorph. But we're throwing all that out the window because tonight we have a flashback character spotlight that might actually be the best episode of the series. So circling back to the spaceship I call affectionately the Maggot, we learned that there was a fire started that took out a navigation panel. Who was behind it? Well, it's up to Security Officer Moreau to investigate. Before the Maggot hits the Earth like a missile, he looks through the security footage and while addressing the fire, double facehugger attack. The captain was killed during a botched facehugger removal, but acting Captain Chick thinks it would be a good idea to just go ahead and, freeze Reno, the guy that's still got the facehugger on him because, well, that's her love interest. And I guess we learn here that personnel are not supposed to have sexual relations with each other. Kind of weird because there was actually some cut footage from the original Alien where that was like super permitted. I'm liking this recent trend in the Alien franchise where the dumbest people in the galaxy are British. There's something in the water. Well, now I thought we was going to study rocks. That's what biology survey means, don't it? What's a saboteur? Me don't know what an apprentice is.
Oh shit. Really?
But the sabotage continues, and now there's fuel loss. All the while, specimens are escaping. So Moreau looks through personal correspondence, and there we have the big reveal. Chief Engineer Pedro Pascal was in cahoots with Boy Genius of Prodigy. Yeah, you just crash land the ship in my territory, and yeah, sure, I'll turn you into one of those new synthetic hybrid humans, if you survive. As other weird shit goes, Mr. Tang, the guy who likes to creep over the cute girl, I actually asked the actress about this. Now, surely he was an android, right? She says he was human. I'm like, oh no, you just want people on the ship who act like serial killers. Okay. But that cryo chamber doesn't work on the facehugger, so now we have a big chap on the loose. And Mr. Tang gets his comeuppance by sitting in a chair and refusing to get up. Moreau is essentially the hero here because acting Captain Chick sure isn't final girl material. As specimens run amok, our eyeball octopus gets into the engineer, and she's conveniently knocked out off screen. But hey, we learn that eyeball zombies are no match for the big chap. Then we start seeing some of that premiere footage creep in. Not sure why Moreau turned so android. Really kills the vibe. He was fairly relatable this episode. Was watching out for one of his subordinates until he got shot too many times. But having recapped how we got here, Moreau meets with Miss Yutani and vows to kill the boy genius. And as our episode ends, look, I know I've been critical of the rock music playing into the credits, but they chose the best rock song of the 90s. This episode ends with Cherub Rock by the Smashing Pumpkins. Doesn't really fit with the franchise, but I just thought that was worth sharing. And you better believe I was going to use it for the theme of my failed Netflix pilot scrapped by COVID. Von Fry will die alone. And so I must ask you, why couldn't this have been the first episode, right? Just a few little re-edits really could have made this a banger of a premiere. Because as is, this episode is essentially a waste of time. Oh, you're telling me that the creepy boy genius we already don't like is the villain. Shocker. Critics and audiences are easily manipulated by these flashback character focus episodes. Oh, let's show you what he was like before shit got crazy. Not only was all this in the past, but we know the fate of everyone aboard the Maggot, even the cute girl. All because of some horrific editing choices in the first episode. And I hate this too. It's artificial suspense for today's ADHD modern audience. Oh, something horrific happened. I'll tune in next week so I can find out why. 90% of episode 5 would have made for a very compelling episode 1. Unfortunately, the episode 1 we got steps on its toes, revealing everything we needed to know about this doomed crew. And as I said, as the show focuses on Neverland, the Lost Boys, Wendy, Peter Pan, Boy Genius over here, this stuff could have taken place before the show started, just had the ship crashing. I think as presented, it played out like this so that we could get Wendy, the Mary Sue, in our first episode. Or heaven forbid, we could have actually maintained the slow burn quality of the 1979 classic, then gotten to Neverland and The Lost Boys, and had this series open up to us, and it couldn't have been worse than what we got. So Alien Earth, was it worth screwing over your own series? Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. I'll see you guys next week.
If you appreciate a YouTube channel that doesn't just pad out content to get to the 8-minute mark so that it can hammer you with ad breaks, then you should subscribe to my son's channel. You just got done watching it.